Hey, buddy, it's Invicta. It's time now that you can run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Saturday, Mosh Pit. I hope your Saturdays going off to a fantastic start here. We're waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes. It doesn't look like we're going to make, unless something crazy happens over the weekend, it doesn't look like we're going to make the like streak goal for this week, but it undoubtedly will definitely roll over this week, and then we'll start on next Sunday, unless something stupid happens. I mean, like 6,000, 9,000 likes and something crazy this weekend. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be this video. But thank you all very much for the support. Hope your weekends have gone off to a good start. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by RiskGamer717 on this Invicta subreddit. Now, the thread was meme of the day, and then in the thread they said, just finished watching the Trisagion trial and had a laugh when Sin forgot Pandora's box. Item in shop, item room, or secret room, or I think I'm forgetting something. Proceeds to leave the floor. Hard right turn. Yep. Look, sometimes it just happens. I never claimed to have a perfect memory, and I think everyone pretty much knows that by now. Is that a Mega Bean start? It is, brother. Let's go. Mega Bean. 9 Delta Tango Hotel Golf Zulu Foxtrot Mike. Oh, baby. Well, first we have the Patrick Mahomes alpaca hair. We also have 9-volt Mega Bean. So this is the newly nerfed Mega Bean. We're also starting off with tonsils as well. But oh man, we get to start off with a Mega Bean start. And so the recent change to Mega Bean was a disappointing one. They did nerf the cooldown now. Instead of it being 3, it's now 6. Or no, it was 4. It was 4, now 6. But it's still good. It's still a 6-room cooldown Mama Mega that you can use that deals an obscene amount of damage to stuff. I mean, it's Mama Mega levels of damage. And on top of that, if you have something like, say, oh, I don't know, the 9-volt, which is going to decrease the cooldown, then hey, guess what? It's back down to its normal cooldown. So rejoice, everybody. And of course, this is going to go great if we have something that can feed us charges, like the 4.5-volt, obviously. Having the car battery, or not car battery, but the jumper cables. Car battery, I mean, yeah, it's double explosions, but it's not really going to help you with the cooldowns. Nuns have it, of course. You can kind of game it a little bit. So it all translates to just good things. And we finally get to see the new Mega Bean here. Now, is it going to be better or worse? I don't know. Obviously, it's going to be worse because we can't use it every 4 rooms. We got to wait 6 rooms. Even with the 9-volt, the cooldown reduction nerf is still kind of sad. We don't have to worry about Red Hearts in here. Black Widow is actually kind of a bad fight for us with this tears rate and movement speed. Not really movement speed, but the damage, lack of damage, and shot speed is again really terrible, like it was yesterday. Yeah, Black Widow is. We almost got popped there. We ended up getting popped anyway. Look, lady, you need to leave me alone. The problem with Black Widow is the fact that she spawns the fat spiders, which are basically immortal. I don't know how that hit us. All right, now you're gonna make me do this game. We gotta go beast mode again. It's already happening here on floor 1. Yeah, the problem with Black Widow is the fact that she spawns the fat spiders that will just simply overrun you, and the fact that they're pretty much immortal when you first take them down before they split is kind of ridiculous. Super Secret Room's is there. I don't want to use the Mega Bean for it, though. I definitely want to go check at least this planetarium. Having a floor 1 planetarium here. Oh, baby. We get me curious, too. Wow. Okay, well, we get another movement speed here. Movement speed upgrade, which I will take. Nothing doing in the shop, unfortunately. But I'm going to grab these soul hearts, obviously. And then I think I will take a stab at the Super Secret Room. Maybe there's extra money in here. We're gonna head on down. He's got a tears up. We go on to last week's question of the episode from the Sacred God episode, which did have another Invicta memory lapse where I always forget that I have X-ray specs and I start looking for secret rooms. Again, it's part of the routine at this point, right? I instinctively just know, like, hey, this is where a secret room should be. Why is it not here? I get faked out by the walls that don't necessarily have them in the right spot. It's not my fault. It's the game's fault. This one coming in from Sea-Dog 1128. So, question: the episode of Isaac was a kaiju monster movie like Godzilla. What two bosses would you like to see battle it out? So if Isaac were a kaiju, not talking about Godzilla kaijus, but just like all the mobs, all the monsters in general, who would I love to see a kaiju battle of? Out of all the bosses, I would love if we're not talking about endgame bosses, because I think the default's going to be Beast versus anyone, right? But if we're not talking about endgame bosses, then I would like to see something crazy, like Carrion Queen. We don't even have to be in here. Okay, well, now I'm going to beat this room because we've taken, again, 2 hits of damage here. Not happy. Not at all. That's inexcusable. I would like to see something crazy, like Carrion Queen, you know, or any of the ground dwelling monsters in Isaac. Carrion Queen versus like Pin or something, but Pin would have to have a steel chair, or at least be like Mecha Pin. That would be cool. I think that seeing something else like even more terrifying would be like Death versus the Heretic. I think that'd be pretty metal. Yeah, stuff like that would be cool. That'd make a great like metal print or something that Alex could do, or somebody else, not just Alex. It could be anybody. He'd even be Alex. Yeah, Red Dookie is not what we wanted to see here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use Mega Bean. The easy peasy, almost death on him. Again, like yesterday, we're kind of lacking on damage here. 2.60 is really bad. Their shot speed did get nuked even more so by Blue Cap. And we get it right back up, at least a little bit anyway, with the safety pin. I'm not going to take False PhD. I know that some people really like False PhD, but I am not one of those people. It's nice if you already have a surplus of stats, right? If we have a lot of range, we have a lot of movement speed, a lot of luck, that sort of stuff. Of course, luck doesn't really matter too much when it comes to False PhD, but one thing is I would still rather just have regular PhD. Game tried to telefrag us. I saw it. I saw it happen. Dude, it's cool that you're reading my keyboard inputs and everything, but she's not going to date you, bro. Okay. Second chance to get False PhD there. Not going to happen. We still haven't found the shop yet, which we only have 5 cents to anyway. Okay, well, that might change. And it did. Wow, we get a range upgrade and also good amount of money here. We get Sharp Plug, which we could make something happen here with the Sharp Plug. Sharp Plug and Mega Bean is interesting. But we don't have... The thing is that we don't have any way of actually recovering it. By it, I mean our HP if we use Sharp Plug. So instead, I'm going to opt for... Is the Devil Deal still open? It's not. We can use this in the secret room, which is what I'm going to do to see if we get something... Just anything interesting. We didn't. Sharp Plug is interesting, though, as it would allow us to use the Mega Bean pretty much every cooldown whenever we wanted to. But unfortunately, I don't think that it makes too much sense right now with us having kind of bad base stats. No, I mean, we're not. What are we gonna find in here? Like a dime? That's never gonna happen. Yeah. Just keep going. Curse of the Blind. So we know exactly what we're doing on this floor, don't we? Right. Oh, this is a mini boss room here. We know it's a mini boss room because it's locked. Even with Mercurius, that tells us that it's a no-go. I juked myself, unjuked myself, and then rejuked myself thanks to Dad's key. Or Dad's ring, I mean. Yeah, we do not have... we simply do not have good the damage to just outgun anything in this run right now. I was hoping maybe we'll get lucky with a damage upgrade, but just didn't happen. I'm gonna clear this room here because it should be relatively pain-free. But you're seeing this damage right now, or lack thereof, and yeah, this is a very, very similar looking run to what we had yesterday. Just very low damage, but good, you know, decent tears rate, good tears rate all the way around. Gonna save Mega Bean for the boss, obviously. Try to help us out here. I was hoping that we were going to get a little bit more help there with there we go. That's what I wanted, and we still get hit anyway. Okay. Absolute disaster here. Fallen needs to help us in a big way. I can't use Mega Bean until after he splits. This is feeling eerily similar to yesterday's run. I can beat him down. We get Vengeful Spirit. No Devil Deal, and yeah. There's the darkness. So big rooms like this where we have the spitting worms and everything like that, we can just simply skip. It would give us an easy double charge on, I say easy, but it would give us a guaranteed double charge on Mega Bean, but not really worth it. We might be able to bomb our way into the curse room, but we have no bombs because we haven't been clearing rooms. We've been just skipping them. Wow, that is some horrific damage here. I mean, that grub chased us all the way down from clear across the world. Yeah, we can't bomb our way into the curse room, obviously. Shop and the item room are right next to each other. Right now we prioritize the shop, not the shop, but the item room. We can't really afford anything except another key in there. We don't need a soul heart currently, and we just need more damage. We need any kind of damage right now, that is not. Unlike yesterday, we don't have skeleton keys, so. And let this whole room be just one big indicator of what we're looking at currently on this run. I honestly wouldn't mind getting red candle at this point. The writing is on the wall right now for what we're seeing in this run, and it's not good. It's all swear words and phone numbers. I don't recommend calling. Now, the one saving grace here is going to be Mercurius. Being able to just simply skip out of rooms is nice. One thing I don't like about Dad's Ring, and we've kind of seen it a little bit here, is the fact that it freezes stuff whenever I'm just trying to dodge, and you'll inadvertently dodge into it. It's kind of like, in a weird way, if you squint hard enough, it's kind of like Broken Modem in a way. Meaning that it stops the enemy's movement, and basically you're thinking you're dodging into safety when you're actually not. Get a dime, but we could go back and get red candle. We may have to go back and get red candle. Let's see what we get out of the boss here. This is gonna be rough. Yeah, see, because red candle here would be terrible. Because all it does is light the Claudies on fire, and then they just get stronger for whatever reason. It never used to be like that until Repentance, of course. So we have a fairly decent shot at getting the super secret room here, but it's gonna be Gertie. Hopefully double blue Gertie. It is. Wow, that was lucky. I wanted double blue Gertie for the soul heart, and also because she's weaker than the other Gerties. And we get a regular old HP upgrade. Okay, so I think unfortunately we've got to get rid of Mega Bean here. This is based purely out of necessity. As much as I would love to carry on with the new Mega Bean here, we have to put things in perspective. And right now, our prospects are not looking great. From a stats standpoint. Now, obviously, you can't look at this and be like, well, you've got full HP, you're doing fine. We're only doing fine because I'm curious. Imagine if we actually had to clear all these rooms, okay? Then you'll start seeing the point as to why I'm taking Red Candle over Mega Bean in this spot. Like, you saw the difficulty that we had to go through just to simply clear that room of the charge flies, the charge mosquitoes, right? Now imagine that in every single room of every single floor. That's the kind of bad we're looking at here. So I think that is a perfectly reasonable choice to take Red Candle over Mega Bean. Yes, Mega Bean's going to get us guaranteed into the boss rush, but so will us just simply skipping a lot of the level and just saying, you know what, no, I'm not going to do it. A little bit of hesitation there. Almost screwed myself. Okay, so we found all the spots we could go. None of them the right way. And here we're also not reliant on a full charge for our space item because it's going to perpetually charge over and over and over and over again. Hence perpetually. We should try to at least check what's inside of this mob trap room. But as we stand right now, we've only gotten a movement speed upgrade from Mercurius, a tears upgrade and shot speed downgrade from Blue Cap, and that is it in terms of helping us with stats. And then, of course, the safety pin just simply negated what we lost in terms of shot speed. With Blue Cap. So we've really only gained one stat up. Two stat ups. I take about two stat ups because we got the tears up and then the movement speed up. An Emperor card that's going to come in handy late game, that's for sure. Use the candle to burn away the Keeper as well to boost our chances of getting a Devil Deal. Well, it's already 50-50. We might as well just go fight the boss now. It'll be Loki. Now remember, we also have the 9-volt. That's something else to keep in mind. Our Red Candle is going to be charging much faster than usual because of Red Candle. I don't know how that Bombfly dodged that fire. Just, brother. Great shot by Boney. We get Blood Clotted again from yesterday. And we get Spirit of the Night, which I will take for Spectral Tears, but more importantly, flying. So now we're not going to be really, truly hindered by anything while trying to skip a majority of these rooms. Money. Super Secret Room's probably there, but we don't have a bomb. Where in the world did... Oh, you know what? We didn't go south of here. This is where the shop is down there. We also haven't found our item room yet either, which means once again we got a map that gave us the shop and the item room next to each other. Just kind of ridiculous. Super Secret might be south of there too, actually. They're not next to each other, but they're very close to one another. Ooh boy. Finger, I'm not down with the finger in this run here. You've been seeing how much I'm trying to control and have to control my outgoing damage. The finger prevents all of that. The finger will do constant damage no matter what, whether you want to do damage or not. It's going to continually apply damage. So in this spot, it doesn't make a lot of sense because we don't have overwhelming damage. Yes, it would be nice to be dealing more damage because of the finger, but not at the cost of safety right now. And we have the damage. We have the prerequisite damage that we need, for now anyway, built into Red Candle, which allows us to have a little bit of leeway and not take items like the finger. Where's the unknown? So we're essentially trying to swap out value for value, right? Because again, at the surface level, you're gonna think like, well, you need damage. You should be taking anything that deals damage right now. How are you gonna complain about lack of damage when you skip stuff like that? Well, first off, it doesn't make you deal more damage. It doesn't affect your base damage at all. Yes, you're able to cause more hits and stuff, but it doesn't affect your damage. And again, you talk about having the ability to make sure that you're trying to avoid getting hit as much as possible on any given room. There's so many problems whenever you find yourself, like saying in that bomb flight room, for example, where you blow something up too quickly or you misjudge a shot. Remember, we have blood clot, and it's going to complicate things on a run that really doesn't have a whole lot of room for error right now. Nice soul heart. I saw that precasting spike there. So I'm hedging my bets against the amount of speculative HP that we might lose because of the finger. Hitting something I don't want to hit, walking into a room and hitting a barrel that I obviously wasn't trying to shoot, detonating something, etc., etc. I'm hedging that versus how much HP I'm going to be saving by simply not doing that. And we've already gotten kind of a damage upgrade with our a secondary damage upgrade anyway with Red Candle. Now, of course, on the flip side, you could say something like, well, yeah, but you could be saving yourself. If you're going by that logic, you could technically be saving yourself hits as well by simply just killing things. And then that, as soon as things die, they can't hurt you, which is true. I mean, an HP saved is an HP earned. It's always just down to your preference at the end of the day. Same old conversation we always have. Play how you want. I'm giving you insight into my logic of thinking before you say something like, you know, hey, you need more damage. Why don't you take this damage item? There's a couple reasons why I don't. It's not always black and white when it comes to anything in Isaac. It's very, very situational. Just like Mega Bean. I love Mega Bean. I would love to be able to do a full showcase right now on the new Mega Bean, but in that instance here, and it's still in the instance that we're looking at, we do not have the damage to be waiting for 6 rooms just to do an explosion that's not going to kill bosses in the first place. Right? We essentially are only using Mega Bean at this point for a room clear and to get into boss rush, because we know that we're not going to make it. So that's the logic behind all of that. I think the Tinted Rock is right next to the shop. It's pretty much the last room that we could see. Yep. So I'm going to give it the old college try here, but I sincerely doubt that we're gonna make it in 18 seconds. Red Candle is going to have to go ham here. Did freeze there by Dad's ring. It's not going to happen. Seeing the problem with the egg as well as spawning stuff that shoot at Isaac is also very distracting. On top of that, as you just saw right there, Fatty Batty shooting at me, thinking that that's an enemy projectile when it's not, and I ended up dodging right into Mom's shadow. That was a blind pickup. Maybe a candidate for the judging of Isaac. Maybe. But there's a whole myriad of other items that need to go first, or I'll tackle the annoyance that is the mystery egg. How did... Wait, we didn't clear this room? Excuse me? I just swore we did. 4.5 volt. Now, that would have been nice with Mega Bean, but obviously it's... That ship has sailed. Yeah, see, notice how Fatty Batty's trying to literally shoot at Isaac. And that's the thing that I hate the most about Mystery Egg. You're funny, game. But we have an Emperor card, and the Emperor card's a big deal. I don't know how much HP we have after the mom fight, so I'm just not even going to worry about it. Like, we could have played it, but not on Curse the Unknown. But things are only going to get worse from here on out. Because, again, we still have not improved our stats at all. Not since we took the latest little stat evaluation. Not improved our damage at all on this run. We've barely improved our tears rate. We have marginally improved our shot speed. Again, talking from a base value standpoint. Little Dumpy. That one's all you, brother. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Of course, you shouldn't try to make that dodge anyway, but we should have been fine there, but Dumpy kind of screwed the pooch a little bit. Okay, well, there you go. Is that Tenant Rock? It was not. Was it? No. Was it? No. Was it? No. Was it? No. Was it? Last assist. At least it'll kill Fatty Batty. Poor Dumpy. Dumpy, you gotta chill, brother. All right, you had a whole TikTok dedicated to you, but you gotta chill out. All right, we've been over this. You can't freak out when I'm near a fire, and I can't have you blowing enemies back into where I'm trying to walk. All right, you gotta chill. This is not Dumpy 2. Don't worry. This will not be made into a YouTube short or anything. But Dumpy, listen. I know you're the star right now, but we need to prioritize safety over showmanship. We do get a tears rate upgrade here from eye drops, which is great, but again, does not help our damage. And the further we go, the further it's cemented that taking Red Candle was absolutely the right call. So I feel very vindicated in that. I don't think we can walk by here. No, let's reset. Let's try this again. There we go. The buttons stay depressed, by the way, whenever you walk. Whenever you touch them, they just stay like that. And you're seeing how huge having me curious in this spot is. To reset this room and then go this way. Okay. There we go, everybody. So there is another fun exploration. Go up here. Maybe this is the right way to go. I'm still keeping an eye out for tinted rocks. There's not one that I can see anywhere. Gonna go up here to reset this room to make it a little bit easier for us to walk through. Okay, good. There's a tinted rock in here. But we have no bomb. It's right there. Pretty much have to do this fight because Larry Jr. has a soul heart. Now, what we could do is we could cheese this. And I'm going to show you how you can use Mercurius to your advantage here. It's essentially like a better D7. So we can cheese this here by killing Larry Jr. over and over and over again without clearing the room. So we back out, come back in. Now, is this something that you should do? I mean, I think that you'd be a fool not to. Use Larry Jr. as a little bit of a refill station for your HP. It's a relatively easy room to clear. Nice freeze there by Dad's ring. Need one more soul heart, maybe 2. And then what we can do is we can come back here and refill our HP again after we get the devil deal, assuming we get one. I don't know why this one's being difficult. Walk out, walk back in. I'm going to grab this one, then we're going to leave. So something like that is definitely not what I would... That leans more into use of game mechanics than exploity. I know that some people like to use... the one that comes up a lot is where you have Ventricle Razor. And you can create the portals next to like an IV bag and that sort of thing. I personally don't like that one. What? I have no idea what just spawned over there. I personally don't like doing that one, but I'm not gonna judge anyone who does. This type of use though for resetting a room over and over and over again. Oh, she spawned Teratoma. That's more my line of like, hey, this is definitely worth something that you're gonna want to do. You got it, why not use it type thing. It really, you could say that for any sort of clever use of game mechanics. There's exploits and then there's that, I would say. Wow, dude. Yeah, this damage is... Sheesh. Alright, so we're going to go to our refill station over here. I mean, well, no, we don't really have anything that we can gain from a golden pill. Movement speed and tears, I guess. This is not where I wanted to go. Guppy's eye. The square of Guppy's eye. Well, see, now the problem is that I can't see where we're going on many different levels. But this is what I left the Larry Jr. room for. Pretty sure we got a movement speed down, too. So congrats. Congrats, Golden Pill. You have officially screwed us. Oh, and here's the fun part. We get to go look for our Emperor card now because it triggered Curse the Maze. So, yeah, even Golden Pills. Golden Pills, you have absolutely screwed us here. And now we get to go back and look for our Emperor card. So thank God we've got this Larry Jr. room. Also, we lost health. A lot of health. Using that golden pill. Did see a bad trip in there as well. I'm liking this combo of Dad's Ring and Vengeful Spirit. Again, we don't want to clear this room until we absolutely are ready to go. So now we get to go find our golden... We get to go find our Emperor card. Curse of Maze just procced over and just did it 3 times in a row. So now it's totally random. This was by far the worst golden pill of all time right there. Yeah, we found our Emperor card. Get me the hell off of this floor. That was like 7 Curse the Maze procs. Oh, and then it just put our Emperor card right back there. Cool. Yeah, get me off this floor. Like I said, we are now in Cathedral at an absolute zero amount of damage upgrades. And that makes me feel even better about the decision to take Red Candle. At this point, if you weren't convinced that that was the right choice at the time, now you should be absolutely convinced that that was the right choice at the time. Like, we would be actually 100% FUBAR right now if we didn't have Red Candle and also Mercurius. Mercurius is a big part about this right now. Being able to just skip all these crappy rooms. We don't have the movement speed. We don't have the damage. And we're still flying through, literally flying through these levels and saying the hell with all of this. Dude, what is this map? Like, honestly, what is this map? This is a death seed right here. Like, this would be the perfect storm of a seed to kill me. And even then, I mean, if we get past Isaac, obviously we're going to be okay, but I'm worried about the amount of HP we're going to lose against Isaac. Even with Dumpy here and Red Candle, he's going to cancel out a lot of our Red Candle shots because of just the sheer amount of tears he's firing. Yeah, look at it. It's getting extinguished before we even hit him. We don't even have any bombs that we can lay next to him. This is going to be a war. Great block again by Dumpy. Very difficult to dodge in this spot here with 1.27 speed. This is just phase 1, by the way. Here's where hell kicks in. We need to be launching Red Candle every chance we get. And it's still getting extinguished. Ridiculous fight. Dumpy saved us maybe like 3 or 4 hits and then was just triggering non-stop there, making it very difficult. He saved us more HP than we would have lost without him. That's for sure. But it's always crazy whenever you see the shots just fly out of the out of where you're expecting to be able to dodge. I don't think they can actually hurt you there, but it's just the visual aspect of it. Triggering a no-go reaction. This is one of the most difficult Isaacs I've ever seen. He's not teleporting either. What an absolute war this run has been. See if we can get help from the chest, and we don't. Mini Mush is going to help us out with movement speed. We get another orbital here, and 120 volts is going to be nice. Let's see if Curse the Maze decides to screw us. Okay. Now remember, we do not have Polaroid invincibility, so we can't get in there if we get hit and go for the 120 volt. We don't have an orbital that we can use. We only have Dumpy. So what I'm trying to say is we got to do what we just did against Blue Baby, like we just did with Isaac. 120 volt will be there if we do take damage and I'm able to run in. Like if it's close quarter, if he teleports on top of us. Just a little bit out of our 120 volt range. This is going to be another war. This is why we hold Emperor cards. Oh, that might have been an opportunity for us to go in with some 120 volt damage. It's not worth getting hit, though. He's getting a little bit easier to hit him now with Red Candle. He's not firing off all the radial shots, and now it's just a matter of hitting through the orbitals. See, we almost have... It's almost like we have to dodge in order to get the shot off because we don't want our Red Candle shots colliding with his shots. Great save there by Dumpy. Dumpy working overtime. This is a great showcase of what Dumpy can do. Little cheeky hit there with the 120 volt and a nice freeze by Dad's ring. Tried to go in there for a 120 volt, just barely out of range. Now we punish. If we had polar invincibility, this fight would have already been over. What an absolutely dirt bag of a run. Look at the items that we won with. Good Lord. Get me out of here, dude. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, click the like button. 0 damage upgrades, man. But hopefully, this is the type of run that perfectly exemplifies my logic of thinking when we're talking about why would you pass up this? Why would you give up that? Hopefully it does a better job than me ever telling you my line of reasoning behind stuff, like me taking Red Candle, like me not taking the finger. I hope that this helps some of you. It's not going to help everybody, but I hope this run helps some of you get a better understanding of why I do the things I do in Isaac, because if we didn't take Red Candle on this run, we 100% guaranteed would have died. There is no way that run happens without Red Candle, at least not in the way that it happens. So hopefully that helps you all kind of understand and illustrate exactly how I kind of think when I make some what would normally be considered illogical decisions. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. If you're a new subscriber here, welcome to the Mosh Pit. Thank you for joining us. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, So long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Connor Kindhofer, Rick Rue59, and Fred. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta. 0 damage ups.